The next part we're going to look into is called The Graph. The Graph is a project that is actually a performance optimization. As you can see in this picture, when you have your DApp and you want to interact with the blockchain and or IPFS, normally it can be relatively slow if you want to retrieve a lot of data. And the idea with the graph is that they collect the data and present it to you in a way that your application can use directly. So you could create your own queries and run that. There are different incentivizations mechanisms around that, but that's a bit too far now. But from when you write an application, you can just use the graph. And we'll show that in a minute. And that way you can retrieve information a lot faster, so you get a snappier application. So what does that look like? On the website of ENS there is an explorer, and there you can experiment with queries, and the queries are written in the GraphQL language. You can also look that up and find lots of information about that. And you can do a query like this here, where we using the ENS graph. So getting information from the Ethereum name system. And when I run this here, it was already there, of course. So we are requesting the information about coyos.eth, and we want to have the name and the owner ID. The name is just to make sure that we have the right one, and the owner ID is the address of the one that has retrieved it. So now we can put that in a piece of JavaScript. So I've made a little piece over here with the same query in here, and here we're going to access the API, and you can find the API over here. So that's the same one over here, and we just do a fetch with a post like this with this body, and then we query it, and then we get the output out of that. And if we do that, run that, you see it looks like this. Okay, but this is not that impressive, just a small piece of information. So here I have another query, and it's getting from the Aave protocol, and it's getting some the first 10 flash loans. So it's a slightly longer query. Queries can be quite long, by the way. And if we run that, we get a lot more information, as you can see, and it's pretty speedy. So yeah, it's 10 lines now, but you can get even more lines. But the trick is that you also can retrieve exactly the information that you need. So you don't first have to retrieve a lot of information and filter it, but you can filter it directly in your query.